Well, I got a ticket to move, but
What part you trying to move to?
being really fearful.
Fearful. Don't get fearful. Fear is not the answer. Nothing comes from fear.
All right. So I read an article you did on Invade,
Oh yeah.
and one of the quotes that you said stuck out major to me is the big easy can be like quicksand. You can sit there and 5 years can go by and not even notice it. So what would you say to the person who is sinking in the quicksand but wants to get out?
That's one of the questions you gotta think about for a minute. It takes to sort of have that. It's a lot of things. It's to be to get out that quicksand. You gotta be extremely motivated, extremely disciplined, extremely fearless, because you have to, in a sense, say that I'm gonna sort of break this cycle that I'm in, just constantly that wake up, go to sleep routine, and just do the same thing. And it's hard because everybody, we get in those spaces all the time. But then at the same time, there's a lot of beauty in it too. So that's why I was trying to. So I don't want to make it seem like that's.
I asked the question because I feel like I know a lot of people, majority of the people that I'm around, or a lot of people in the city, period, that's from here, like you said, they get numb to everything that happens. They see past what everybody outside of New Orleans sees, and they wanna pursue something greater than themselves. And they want to do this and want to do that, but they find themselves stuck here,
Right.
and they don't know what step to take next, or how they get themselves out, or what to do, where to go, type of thing. And
Right. Okay, I see. That frames it in a different way. I think normally when I talk to people who are in that dilemma, they're motivated by something, or they're motivated. You have to, like I said earlier, about being honest to yourself as to one. Like, say you're a creator and you create, whatever. You have to be honest as to why you even create, and that helps you figure those things out. So when you get in those situations where you're stuck, it kind of helps you get unstuck. Because if you're honest as to why you're doing what you're doing, then you could sort of maneuver your way around obstacles. So let's say, for example, if you made a decision that you want to be a creator of whatever, music, art, whatever, but you want to be creative because you see this as a way to reach some sort of status or fame or fortune, then to me, you're not being honest as to why you're doing it, and you're going to end up in a situation like that because you get burned out fast when you realize, oh, it's 4 years and I haven't reached this fame and fortune status, so here I'm going to go and just chill and create excuses, or say, oh, it's going to happen because it's going to come to me. But if you're honest as to like, oh, I create because I love to, or I create because I have this desire to express myself, then you will never get in that situation, because by those sheer reasons alone, it won't allow you to ever stop. You know what I mean? Like, if you like love doing something, then you're probably gonna be doing it a lot. Or if you have this extreme urgency to just express yourself, then you're gonna be doing it all the time. And in a way, with the people who I see get stuck the most are the ones who aren't honest as to why they're doing what they're doing, and so they kind of find ways to escape quicker because they burn out faster. I'm just a big fan of telling people not to move from New Orleans, but just to leave as much as possible.
Right.
And I know that's like a luxurious thing, because some people, they might not have the means to just get up and travel. But sometimes it's just about shocking your perspective as much as possible. So leaving from the city for a little bit, coming back, and just sort of having fresh eyes and seeing why people appreciate it so much. Because one thing about New Orleans, unlike any city on the planet, in my opinion, no matter where you go, and I haven't been a lot of places, but I've been a few, no matter where you go, when you say New Orleans, people respond. They have to. Like, there's no way to say New Orleans and people just be passive about it, unless you're in Atlanta and they just hate it because it's the Saints or whatever.
Right.
But everywhere you go, when you say, I'm such and such from New Orleans, that immediately adds this exotic appeal to you. They're like, oh, snap, New Orleans? Like, that's the place with Katrina, that's the place with the voodoo, that's the place with the jazz, that's the place with the food, that's the place with the Mardi Gras, that's the place with the crime. There's something that's going to connect somebody to the city. And that right there is the beauty in the quicksand, you know what I mean? Because from a distance, people looking at it in amazement. You might be sitting there getting stuck and like, oh, I hate this. I can't stand it. But from a distance, people are like, oh, look at that beautiful quicksand. I can't wait to go experience it myself. So that's the yin and the yang of this beautiful, interesting place that we in. And it seems like mostly for our people, we sort of get in that stuck position because we're the draw, but we're also the ones that's treated the worst in this city. We're also the ones that find ourselves in the short end of all the sticks, from poverty to education. All the sticks we find ourselves the shortest in. But we're the real draw. Like that's they're shuffling our work out there. We're the reason people come in here. The Mardi Gras Indians, the creation of jazz. I mean, this place being the only city where Africans were allowed to continue their own traditions, like the only city in the country where Africans were allowed to still be African. That alone makes this city one of the most uniquely beautiful places on the planet. And I think education is a big part of getting our people to understand those things, to see why this place is the way it is, and understanding why it operates the way it is. And then you sort of see it with a new eye, and you sort of see the beauty in everything. And then you sort of can create with that, knowing it's a strength and not a weakness. You create with New Orleans on your mind, knowing that this is some of the best things inside of you is from this city. I said it because I was trying to show like the yin and yang of New Orleans. It's like this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, super, super unique. But it seems like to see it that way, you have to leave. Like you have to just remove yourself from it for a little while, and then come back to just be like, oh wow, it's kind of like you need those fresh eyes. Because if you're born here and you live it all your life, then you get numb to everything that makes this space such a beautiful space to be in. And so I find that whenever I'm here for too long, it kind of feels like that quicksand where I kind of just get stuck. Because in New Orleans, there is no, and this may be the solution, because in this city, there is no urgency ever. Like, it seems like it's a space where you can just exist. Because nobody's really that concerned with, I mean, there's a level of concern with status, but we're so used to everything being the way it is that there is no sense of urgency to make your situation better. It's like if you're doing this is what you're doing, this is where you at, this is where you live, and this is how it's gonna be.
Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it stink. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it stink. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Okie dokie, alky, keep it low key like Thor, lil' bro, or he'll go blow the loudy. Saudi of sour Saudi, Wiley up off peyote, wildin' like that coyote. If I sip any, my belly just might be outy. Pull up inside a Huggy, start skiing Hutch a Dougie. I just opened up the pack in an hour, I'll ask my lucky. Tonight she just yelling fuck me, 2 weeks she'll be yelling fuck me. Used to like orange cut.
Everybody, we love everybody, especially Boxing Club. Love everybody. Yeah.